Okay, just wanted to follow up after the preliminary video from this morning, update myself on how this thing is going. Um, got mixed reviews on the use of the meat hanging system combined with the diffuser plate on the 18.5-inch Weber Smoky Mountain. The issue that I discovered is that with the diffuser plate in, and I hope that can be seen, with the rack fully extended, a full-sized slab of ribs would actually make contact with the diffuser plate. Uh, the ribs themselves look pretty good right now, but I was not happy with that. But then, after some reconsideration, I can still use the rib hanging or meat hanging system as long as I use my water pan. But as far as using them both simultaneously, the diffuser plate and the meat hanging system, I would have to cut the ribs in half, as you can see. So, as I said, mixed reviews, mixed emotions. Definitely not displeased with the way the ribs look. Let's see. And I like the way the heat distribution is cooking the ribs at this time. But as I said, I'll just have to use the water pan or cut slabs of ribs in half. And that kind of defeats the purpose in my, because I'm thinking instead of 8 slab of ribs, basically what I'll be doing is 4 and just have to cut them in half. So now on the 14.5 inch, very happy with it. Chicken's coming along, and hopefully you can see the plate. It's kind of bright out here today, which I'm very happy about that too. It's doing its thing, maintaining temperature. Let's see. So at this point, no complaints with for the 14.5 inch. As I said, and it's probably my fault for not measuring. So I'll just make the adjustment depending upon the situation. I'll either cut the ribs in half or use the water pan. I don't really feel too bad about that because one of the reasons I bought the WSM was the water pan. The infusion of the moisture, I've always found that to be significant in terms of keeping food moist, and actually by using hot water, especially in the wintertime, it actually gets the pit up to temp a heck of a lot faster. So most people, well, I say most, but I discovered by putting hot water in my water pan, it gets the temp up a heck of a lot faster, and I'm able to cook a lot sooner. At this point, not complaining at all. Just one of those things you have to find out. Didn't buy the tool that is used to get the move your meat around on the meat hanging system, so I created kind of my own little ghetto meat hanging tool out of a wire coat hanger. So, and right now we have the Lavalock ATC1 temperature control system. I'm not using the meat probe, just the pit probe. And for the 14-inch, I actually used the Flame Boss 100. I ended up getting the 100 because I did not see any reason to spend $400 or $500 on the latest version, which I think is the next generation was like a 400. I was able to get this on Amazon. Actually, I have two of them. They were less than $200, and I'm not a big. It doesn't matter to me if I'm connected to Wi-Fi, because I actually like staying outside, so it doesn't bother me. So at that point, let's take a look at the apple bourbon baked beans. Just decided to do those on the propane. This is the first time I've fired it up this spring. So the beans have been on for about an hour now, and they actually look pretty good. Well, they definitely smell good. They're cooking down, I think, another 45 minutes or so. They're not sticking, so tell I'm not a big video person. One of my YouTube friends said, look, he does his on his phone, and so do I. I have the cameras, but I'm not going to go through the trouble of setting anything up. My thing is, I actually like the cooking aspect of it. Actually, after stirring these up, I don't think I have much longer. I'm gonna give them about another 30 minutes, but that might not even be necessary. We'll try for 15 and then see how that works out. So at this point, mixed reviews on the combination of the heat diffuser plate and the meat hanging system on the 18.5 inch. I will adjust. It's like I kind of like buying these things and doing these things. So I haven't brought out the water pan to put on the Oklahoma Joe, but maybe next week we'll fire that one up and come up with something to throw on there, something different. So, all right, with that, I'm out of here.